Welcome to TJ's podcast.
Yeah. So great to be with you. There's some Buddy Riggins over there.
Morning. Hey, good morning.
Woo! Top of the morning to you. That's what them Irish say.
That's right.
That's what an Irishman will say. Top of the morning to you, lad.
If you got anything to trade, place you call right now.
Oh, we'll do buying and selling too. Buy, sell, or trade. I really did have to do that at my hometown radio station.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the first time I ever did a radio show it was in my little hometown of Winfield, Louisiana, because I worked on the radio there and at the big radio station an hour away in Alexandria, Louisiana. I did both. I worked at my hometown one during the week, and then I went and worked for that one on the weekends until I got full time on the big one.
Yeah. What were people commonly selling? Lawnmowers and stuff?
Cars, lawnmowers, farm equipment.
Really?
Things like that. I remember one time somebody was selling a bunch of mason jars.
What?
Yeah. Or looking to, and they would want to trade for like tractors and things like that. Buy, sell, or trade. I mean, just whatever you've ever heard on, that somebody's posted from yesteryear.
Yeah, sure.
On YouTube or whatever. It's the same kind of stuff. I mean, this is a country town.
I got a dozen mason jars.
Yeah.
Holy crow.
Never used.
I went down the rabbit hole the other day about on TikTok. There's this thing, how do you say it? Le Creuset or whatever that is.
Yeah.
The cookware. People go to these sales at warehouses. It's called a table to home sale. If you're on TikTok, you might have seen them. They wait in line for hours to get their hands on this discounted merchandise, and then everybody goes out to their cars in the parking lot, throws open their trunk, and then people just walk around with whatever they bought, and they try to trade it with other people that are just posted up in the parking lot. It's like a weird thing.
Well, I mean, I love that stuff. That cookware.
Apparently, it's great.
Yeah, I've got one pot. That's that brand, and I got it back when we were rich.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guard it with my life.
One and done.
Yeah.
One and done. But you can buy a mystery box for $50, and they say whatever's in this box that you're going to pay $50 for is going to have $200 to $500 worth of stuff in it. Mm-hmm. You just don't know what it is.
So where is it coming? Is it stuff that is unclaimed or
I guess
that
it's stuff they couldn't sell?
Like that place in Scottsboro, Alabama,
I don't know.
that is home of the unclaimed baggage store.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think it's Scottsboro. Yeah. And you just buy the bag and you don't know what's in it. They don't know what's in it.
No interest. I have zero interest in doing it.
Really?
Never.
Yeah, because you're not interested in other people's leavings, are you?
I mean,
like when you watch those storage wars and stuff like that, you think that's ridiculous. You're just buying people's trash.
Garbage.
Yeah.
It's garbage. And even if it is something valuable, you got to take it home, clean it up, then post it and sell it, and you're doing like too much.
Yeah, some of those people have little stores.
Yeah.
On the Storage Wars show, and I can watch it for a few minutes and all, but it's just I just don't like the show. It's the editing of it and all of that. But we had a guy that worked with us one time that got into buying and bidding on storage lockers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
And I don't think he became a millionaire on it.
No, I don't think so.
Just think, having to go in a lot of these places where the person has just skipped town and they're having to auction off what they've left in their storage facility. They're not in a good part of town.
Right.
It's just like, I got to, endanger my life to go in here and try to get $200 worth of somebody's junk on a good day.
Yeah. And let's say you buy that storage locker. Are you responsible for cleaning it all out?
Yeah.
You have
to take every bit of it.
You do.
Every bit of it, yeah.
You can't just leave it there if there's nothing good in there.
Mm-mm. I don't think. On the Storage Wars, they always take everything out and they'll throw it and say, this is junk. And I think they have to haul it off. It's part of the deal. So the people who really, get the good end of it, I guess, would be the storage company that owns the facility.
Yeah. They're recouping a little bit of their money that they lost when the person skipped town.
Which, by the way, that has to be a lucrative business. You know how expensive it is to get a storage facility like that? God. Some of them are, with us, when we moved out of our big house, we had all this furniture because we sold it in a hurry because the people, as soon as we put it up, they wanted to buy it with most of the furniture in it, but we still had a lot of stuff that wouldn't fit in a rental house that we were in temporarily, so we had to get storage rooms for it. Had to have 2 of them. One of them was big and needed to be inside and air conditioning, and the other was fine, just like decorations and things to be in a regular one on the outside. But I don't really know how much it was, but it was expensive.
Hundreds?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, a month, yeah. Crazy.
I think Ace has one now. Does he have one? He talks about it all the time.
Well, I think he just cleaned it out. Remember, that's where that big desk came from that he was trying to give away and nobody wanted it and all that.
Right.
Or was it a TV?
The TV.
It was a TV, yeah.
On wheels.
Uh-huh.
Somebody can get some use out of it.
Because, what is the overhead of a U-store place?
Yeah, probably not a lot. You got to pay somebody to maybe do the front desk.
Mm-hmm.
Pay the taxes on the land. And pay off your
and
mortgage.
Whatever maintenance may have to be done on the doors or whatever of the ones. But they'll even, some of them, you can see that they've allowed people to store their cars there, just in the little parking area behind the building. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that costs. I wish I would have gotten in on that years ago as a little side business.
Yeah, sure. Buy some land, build some pods.
Yeah. And they don't let you live in them. That's illegal.
There was a TikTok couple that was living in a storage facility, and then when they went viral, they got kicked out.
Yeah.
But it wasn't luxurious by any means.
No.
They had a hot plate in there, a little mini fridge, with some blankets on the walls to make it feel like home.
Would it drive you crazy not having any windows or anything? Like when you pull that door down, it's just darkness.
Pitch black. Yeah, probably. That'd freak me out.
I hated going over there to have to get something out of the storage room.
Why?
It was just creepy. It's creepy.
Yeah.
And I don't like to work.
In that.
I don't like to exert myself.
Yeah.
But everything was so packed in there. You had whatever that we needed to use at that time that was in the storage room, I had to go in and then take a bunch of stuff out so I could get to it. Stacked floor to ceiling, because we made sure to. We didn't want to have to get another one,
right,
and pay that. So it's just like, will the door close? All right, then we're good.
Oh God, do you still have that?
No. We got shed of that.
Yeah, there's a show called Dead to Me that was with Christina Applegate. It was really good.
Yeah. I've heard of that.
And in the show, the best friend kills the other woman's husband or boyfriend or whatever it was, and then she parks the car inside a storage unit so that it's not just out in a parking lot somewhere. It's not at her house, and it stayed there with all the blood all over it and stuff like that. I was like, there probably are murder weapons and cars that have been used to kill people that are just stored in there and then not touched for a long time.
Yeah, because you can go in there 24 hours a day to check on your stuff.
Yeah.
I know the one that we had was right over here, and there was a code to the gate, and then you had the padlock for your facility, your locker, they call them.
Bodies? So, I'm sure, some heinous stuff is probably in the storage room.
But they've never shown that on Storage Wars, where they do the bidding and all, and then when they start going through it, they don't ever find anything sinister.
Like a head in a jar or limbs and trash bags.
Now that would be a show.
Hell yeah.
That would be a show that would be popular. Where you only feature, storage lockers that had crimes in them.
Storage War Slaughter. Storage Locker Slaughter or something.
Ugh. But I think it would still stink, though. You'd have to have it in there sealed up tightly and all that for, if it's a body part or something.
Do they have outlets? Because you could put like a refrigerator or a deep freezer in there. And
you
could put the body in that.
I don't know, because the one that we had already had stuff packed in it by the time I saw it. Because the movers had come and they had part of the truck was going to the temporary house and then part of it was going to the storage facility.
Yeah.
So, Jody was the foreman on all that.
I think putting the body in the freezer is probably how I would go about it. Instead of dismembering somebody and trying to, like you had that story about drowning them in the lake with the weights and stuff like that. Seems like, no, just put it in the freezer and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but then somebody looks in your freezer or something, then they see bodies in there, then you got them. If you can sink them in the river, then
out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, you're not tied to it in any way.
Yeah. This guy found his mother died, and then he went in her freezer, and she always told him not to touch this box because it was their wedding cake topper, and he found out it was his twin brother.
Oh.
As a baby.
Yeah.
She had wrapped it in a box and then wrapped it up and put it in the back of the freezer. And then after she died, he was cleaning stuff out, and he's like, I unwrapped the box, and then I saw the arm, and then that clothing. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's not very inspirational.
No, why would it be? Is this podcast supposed to be inspirational?
I thought today was Inspiration Day, yes.
We're failing miserably if that's the goal of this podcast. We want to inspire you. Speak for yourself.
Yeah. It's TJ Osteen. Okay, we got more coming up.
TJ's Podcast.
We're here with Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. And Richard, not just mortgages, not just home sales. Now you're helping people with home improvements.
Yeah, that's right. So if you want a backyard that you've always dreamed of, or you need siding, windows, whatever you need, give us a call. Check it out.
You've got the money in your home. Richard just helps you find it. Finds the best way for you to do it. It's very simple. All you have to do is start by going to homewithrichard.com. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Back to TJ's Podcast.
All right, listen, Father's Day is almost here. It's not this weekend, but next weekend, so you need to get on this. We're always recommending Omaha steaks, especially on Father's Day. I recommend it year long. I think you should always have Omaha steaks in your freezer, just in case of an emergency where you haven't had good steaks in a while and you got to have one. Then Omaha steaks should be there on hand. But especially for Father's Day, because Father's Day, you get those top of the line steaks and pork chops and chicken and all of that stuff. They call them hand-selected gift packages for Father's Day, and it starts at $89 for all this stuff. And then when you use the promo code ACETJ at checkout, then you get an additional savings. So, I mean, you can't go wrong. And the thing about it is that they've got something for all occasions. If you're cooking for somebody and you're wanting to flare it up a little bit, they've got those delicious filet mignon, the bacon wrapped fillets as well. That's your favorite, isn't it, Riggins?
By far, it's so good.
They got the gourmet burgers. They've got the delicious juicy pork chops and air chilled chicken. I mean, hot dogs that you would not believe. I know people go, well, hot dog's a hot dog, but it's not. I used to think that too.
Yeah.
I used to think, it's just a hot dog. Just scarf that down and go. That's easy. But when I had Omaha Steaks hot dogs, I recognized then, okay, this is different. Yeah. This is different than just a regular old hot dog. So all of their products are like that. And as usual, it's all backed by their unconditional 100% money back guarantee. So get dad something that he is going to love, bring a smile to his face, can be delivered right to his door. So fresh, so delicious. And remember, the hand-selected gift packages starting at just $89, And using the promo code ACETJ at checkout is going to knock even more off of that already low price. So you can't go wrong. But again, you need to hurry because Father's Day is going to be here. And then you're going to look up and go, oh, I haven't ordered that yet. And then you don't blame us. Mm-hmm. We try to tell you. OmahaSteaks.com. Going on the Graham Slam here, traveling around the internets for interesting stories. Riggins, you found this to be sad about the grandfather, didn't you? I mean, you said you wouldn't be able to handle it if you lived close to your grandparents and had to deal with stuff like this.
No, I couldn't. I would not handle this well at all.
So this is just a quick clip of a video a young man made when he was shopping with his grandfather.
Y'all ever been at Lowe's trying to find the bathroom because your grandfather shit himself? That's me.
He turns the camera to his grandpa. Hey, that's me. Ugh.
I think that Grandpa's just in on the joke.
It might be a little joke.
Funny, yeah.
But God, I don't know what I would do. Am I supposed to help you?
First of all, I think as huge of a stickler for proper grammar as I am, I think when you say those words, you have to say his self instead of himself.
He blanked himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just sounds right that way.
See, I guess I should have had Rob bleep that, but it would have lost some of the humor of it. And I mean, we're adults.
Maybe. Yeah. Come on. Isn't that terrible?
Yeah. That's always always got to say for comedic reasons, you got to say his self in that instance. His self. Because your grandfather and his self.
In a Lowe's. I mean, I'm not looking for the bathroom. I'm going back out to the car with him. We're taking you home right now. I mean, deal with the consequences later.
I think that's really cool, though. I wouldn't do it and post it on the internet, but the fact that he and his grandfather are out there and they're just clowning with each other and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think your grandfather would be.
No, Papa wouldn't go in for all that.
He would not go in for
no
little TikTok humor.
No way. So, I have to give credit to this woman on the TikTok because this is something that I should have thought of. This is exactly the way my mind works, and I'm ashamed that I'm not the one that came up with this. And I want to find her, and I want to tell her that I respect her talents and her thought process because she's outdone me on this. And it's basically talking about Elvis movies.
One of my main issues with the Elvis movies is not one actor was able to step up and be on that toilet constipated and die the way he did. It just cuts. Why are we lying to the audience? Show that man on that toilet fighting for his life.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
It's part
if
of
he
the
would have been
story.
shot,
Sure.
then they would have shown him being shot.
Right.
And lying there, as he faded away. If he would have been stabbed, if he would have choked, they would have shown it in these movies to portray what Elvis went through when he died. But because he died on the toilet, they won't do it.
They won't do it. It's a part of the story, and it's a big part of the story, that the fact that Elvis died young, but also the fact that he died on the toilet. It's not flattering, but it's the truth.
But how would they do it? He just be saying, all right, well, I got to go number 2. Hold that thought, Sonny Red.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. I'll be right back. I got to go to the library.
I didn't know he was constipated. I knew he had that buildup of white fecal matter, but I did not know that he was constipated at the time of his death. And that's why he was in there for so long.
Is that true? I mean, I didn't know that either.
That's what I'm just basing it on what she said.
I thought he was just on the toilet and he was, he had OD'd and died in there while he was, because he was so out of it on pills and stuff, cocaine and whatnot.
I don't know.
But they don't. They never show it. Never even allude to it, really.
I guess they look at it as like disrespecting him or something to show him in that. But you're right. I mean, a JFK. We know that he got shot, and they're pretty graphic in the way they displayed it in media. So, I don't know.
Well, you can bet if I died on the toilet and somebody made a movie, they'd show it.
You damn right.
Show me face down, butt in the air, and my pants at my ankles. And
pants at your ankles is tough. It's tough to remain dignified when your pants are at your ankles.
Mm-hmm. That's why I always take one leg out completely.
Just in case. Gotta be careful. You're not a use the bathroom naked person, are you?
No. Yeah. I'm a never nude, actually. Yeah, pretty much.
My roommate was doing that.
He'd get completely naked and when you go to the bathroom. Why?
I never asked him, but...
How do you know? He just told you, or you walked in on him?
One time, I was bringing him toilet paper or something. He was like, "Don't come in. I'm naked." And I was like, "Why are you naked?" And I might have seen his clothes, like just like you know how somebody like disappears out of their clothes and it just falls like right outside. And I might have asked him, like, "Are you naked?" I just remember learning it in that incident.
You just crack the door and throw it in there.
Yeah, you just kind of blindly toss it out. I grew up in the house of 3 boys, so that was not an uncommon thing. Or asking somebody and somebody going, just waddle down to get the toilet paper yourself.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right, so let's. I want to hear her again, because I mean the concise delivery. I mean, just perfect.
One of my main issues with the Elvis movies is not one actor was able to step up and be on that toilet constipated and die the way he did. It just cuts. Why are we lying to the audience? Show that man on that toilet fighting for his life.
Yeah, so when you listen back to it, there was an edit in there. So the concise part and all wasn't as impressive, but the thought process is.
Sure. Tighten it up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I want to see it. Did you watch this most recent Elvis movie with Austin Butler?
No. Oh, yeah, with Austin. But I thought there was another one that just came out about Priscilla. It was about Priscilla or something.
It was a Priscilla movie.
Yeah, I saw that because that was a Baz Luhrmann film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was good. Although it's had too many dream sequences and like a psychedelic feel at certain scenes. And
Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah. So in other words, no, I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
It was weird. It's too weird.
Priscilla's here next week, or this week,
is?
I think. She's coming to do a speech or something.
Really?
In this town.
In Mooresville or Charlotte?
In Mooresville.
Huh.
It's all over social media. She's like, I'm coming. Buy your tickets. I'm like, do I need to go have a sit-down night with Priscilla? I mean, maybe, but I feel like all her stories have been told. I mean, is she going to reveal anything?
That's what I was going to say about the Elvis.
We know it.
Yeah.
We know the stuff.
Same thing is if I look up and there's a new documentary or a documentary I haven't seen about Charles Manson, I'm like, all right, we get it. He hadn't done anything else to add to the story.
Yeah. We done seen it.
Please.
There's a lot of those. It was Dahmer a couple years ago. There was like 3 shows and documentary. It's like, God, I don't know.
I did like that series though, because I thought that guy did a really good job.
Yeah.
You know. No, Dad, I was just taking a pee. Grandma, what'd you do with my mannequin? That was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But again, I didn't learn anything about Jeffrey Dahmer that I didn't know, which doesn't really, I mean, I'm not flexing. That's pretty sad, actually, that I've studied Charles Manson and Jeffrey Dahmer.
There's nothing you can teach me about those guys.
I'm an expert. I'm technically an expert on serial killers. Okay, so we got some stupid celebrity stuff coming up, and you're going to have to decide, is this hot or is it disgusting? The rumors about one celebrity couple coming up next.
More of TJ's podcast is coming up.
So our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, is here, and he has helped us so many times through the years. And when it comes to mortgages, he's going to get you the best deal.
That's right. We are the best deal. And if you're under contract to buy a house, you should check us out. I mean, you're not going to. They never do. but we're the best deal.
But feel free, you should, and because we've used him for years for a variety of different things. Whatever you're needing, go to homewithrichard.com to get the process started, and they can take care of you from there. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Ready.
Welcome back, world, to TJ's podcast.
Okay, stupid celebrity stuff. Evidently, there are rumors. You know what these rumors are doing, Riggins?
What?
Swirling.
Got rumors swirling.
Rumors are swirling.
What's the
that? Let's see. Let me put my old man glasses on to read this.
Spill that tea, Jay.
Come on. The tea to be spilled is the rumor swirling that 61-year-old Demi Moore is dating 34-year-old Joe Jonas.
Whoa.
First of all,
whoa.
Joe Jonas is 34. Good Lord, how old am I?
Yeah.
So I remember when them boys was little.
Sure.
Playing on Disney Channel and all that, screaming for the doorknob, thinking it was a biscuit. That's how little they was.
Camp Rock.
Whoa.
This makes sense.
Because yeah, we did several things with them when they were, hitting it big, and all the kids were loving them and everything. They were teenagers.
That was in the year 3000, I think.
Yeah. Because we lived underwater. Been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but we lived underwater. I always had a problem with the song Kids of the Future.
I don't know that one.
We're the kids of the future. Because we're the kids of the now. You're the adults of the future.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Stupid. But anyway, people are saying that they were together at the Cannes Film Festival, being all flirtatious.
She likes him young.
Yeah, the Ashton Kutcher was a lot young, but I mean, he's way older than Joe Jonas. So,
yeah.
Demi Moore is beautiful.
No doubt.
But a 34-year-old wanting a relationship with a 61-year-old, whether it's a man or a woman, is that weird?
Ace is 56. His wife Amanda's 31. So in 3 years, she'll be 34 and he'll be 60 or 59. Not that much different.
Oh, yeah.
1 year difference.
Well, then, yeah, that is.
But so to answer your question, yeah, it's weird. Let me cut. It's weird. That's nothing I wouldn't say to Ace's face. It's weird. But, it's it might be different in that they're both huge celebrities.
Yeah, and
they're being followed.
Right, and you look at him and think, okay, well, he could have any celebrity woman that's single or whatever that he would want, probably. He at least has a shot with them.
Yeah.
Why would he want a 61-year-old, even if she is beautiful for her age? Because I'm sure she's not. She doesn't look as she did when she did the movie Striptease. Because I mean that's just normal. It doesn't matter how much work you've had done or whatever. You can't erase that much of nature. Which I think that in most cases, when these beautiful women get so much stuff done to their faces to keep them looking younger and all that, I think they would be more beautiful if they didn't do all that. Maybe a little Botox here or there if they wanted to do that. But once you start putting too many fillers in your face and stretching and doing all of that, I think you would look a lot better if you looked, because if you want to look younger than 61, if you looked 55, you'd be way better looking than 61 and fake. and looking like a wax figure.
Nobody's going to see you and go, oh, look at that 30-year-old right there. I mean,
Right.
it's like, no, look at that 60-year-old with a lot of work.
Right. But I'm also like, free to do whatever you want to do.
Sure.
I don't care.
I do think it's interesting that this is on the heels of Joe Jonas's divorce from Sophie Turner. She's in Game of Thrones. So maybe he's like, I went through all this craziness with my ex. Now I just want a woman that's not interested in what are we? Where are we going with this relationship? And she might be the type, she's just like, yeah, you want to let me do all that nasty stuff to you?
You don't think she's crazy?
Yes.
Okay.
But not in the sense that, what are we? Are we,
Yeah.
she might just want to
Maybe.
get down.
Maybe.
I don't know.
And not expect anything else out of it. you
Yeah.
think? I don't know. She doesn't strike me as the type.
No?
No. She strikes me as a, relationship type.
Has she been married? Ashton Kutcher, Bruce Willis? Were those the only two?
I'm not sure.
She married Ashton Kutcher, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were married.
That was a weird one.
So how many years difference? 61 and 34? 27?
I got to do math.
Is it 27?
Something like that. 26, 27.
So if you dated a woman 27 years older than you, Riggins, how old would she be?
27, 50. It's in her late 60s.
Yeah.
It's 3 years more than that. Yeah, so.
Would you do that?
No, not for me.
Because what are they talking about?
What are they talking about? I don't know.
And it,
Hard candies, probably, or whatever she's into.
juicy fruit.
My mom's into mahjong right now, hardcore. So maybe that and cards.
Maybe LCR.
Yeah, my mom's got a new card game. We're gonna go play hand and foot later. I'm like, what the hell is that? And my dad will go, it's canasta or whatever. I don't know. She's got a new
Mahjong.
They're card games, but
Hand and foot.
one of them's called hand and leg or something. And then my dad clarified. He's like, it wasn't canasta, but it was a card game I had heard of. I don't know, but she's also playing. I played three hours of mahjong and I lost every game. I was like, oh, you suck.
I didn't know they let Catholic women play that game. I thought that was just for Jewish women.
I don't know what the hell it is. I know the game on the computer.
I only hear Jewish women talking about playing mahjong.
Well, there's a lot of Jewish people. You could say Jews. There's a lot of Jews in their neighborhood.
Yeah.
I almost caught myself. I'm like, can you say Jews? Yeah, no, there's a lot of Jewish women, Jewish couples that live in their neighborhood, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. My wife used to play that a little bit because one of her Jewish friends invited her to come play. She loved it. But she likes games.
Yeah, so does my mom.
I think most women do. Yeah. They like board games and things like
Jody a bad loser? Because my mom is not a good loser.
She's not a bad loser, but she is like over the top competitive.
Oh, really?
Like she's serious about it. She wants to win and all that. But if she does lose, she doesn't get all upset about it. Now she and my little friend Jenny always accuse Jenny's husband, Handsome Michael, of being a bad loser.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that through the rumor mill that he doesn't do well when he loses.
Rumors were swirling on that one.
I heard.
Okay, so they say that they're not, or their people say they're not a couple. Joe Jonas and Demi Moore.
Yeah, because what are they going to say? Yeah, they're definitely they're hooking up. They're doing nasty stuff, bumping uglies.
But what gets me is, in this picture they show of them enjoying lunch together out on a patio thing in south of France, that they're sitting with another guy who's wearing a Marlboro t-shirt.
Hell yeah. You want to look like a dirtbag in France? Wear a Marlboro shirt. It's an interesting choice when you're in France, the fashion capital of the world.
So I'm wondering if that's a thing. That's going to be the in thing.
Maybe.
And it's like it's ripped up and everything. It looks like he either got it at a consignment shop or like it's a retro style t-shirt. It's got rips in it. No.
A distressed tee.
But Yeah, and it may be another thing. Joe Jonas, having known them when they were growing up and all, he is the most silly of the three brothers.
Yeah.
Nick is the youngest one. He's the most serious.
Yeah, you can tell.
And then Kevin is the oldest, and he's always been known as the sweet one. You know, he's the nicest one. And then Joe was known as the silly one. So you got the most immature of the brothers with the 61-year-old. Crazy.
She doesn't seem super fun.
No,
like, she seems kind of very serious. I don't know why, but I just get that vibe from her.
Yeah, she doesn't seem silly in any way. And then Jennifer Aniston evidently has so much trouble finding the right guy that Courtney Cox, according to the rumor mill, is using psychics to help Jennifer find a date.
Psychics?
Yeah.
For Jennifer Aniston? Come on.
Well, I mean, again, you know, you go by her, what we know of her, or what she wants us to see of her on TV and interviews and all of that stuff. So she's beautiful. Seems very fun and smart and all in her interviews and everything, but she could be a Hellcat, and that maybe she could be crazy as hell. And that's why she, you know, like I was saying the other day, even if you're rich and beautiful, sexy, smart, and all of that, if you're crazy, then men will get enough of it. And men can't handle crazy for very long, no matter how hot you are.
Yeah. A psychic tells you the future. What is a psychic, and how is it going to help you find a boyfriend?
But what I wonder is, are Courtney Cox's parents, were they, I don't know if they're alive or not, let's say they are they, you know, head in the cloud liberals and all like that?
Probably.
That would look to psychics and all, because they're from Alabama. She grew up.
They?
She grew up right outside of Birmingham in Mountain Brook, Alabama.
Oh, I don't know then.
So, do they not? I mean, are they not, you know, religious people like most people are in Alabama? Or did she become that when she got to Hollywood? Did she, you know, fit into the Hollywood crowd? Did she grow up in church and stuff and you know, learning that psychics aren't real and, you know, you don't go to psychics for help and, you know, all of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it looks like her dad was an actor, so he was probably he was born in Alabama, but he was an actor, and looks like her mom was as well, maybe.
Okay, then yeah, they're probably
on board with it. Yeah, I agree. My parents would definitely have some follow-up questions if I was like, I'm helping my friend with finding a date through a psychic. They'd look at me like I had two heads. Mm-hmm. And then my dad would shut down because he wouldn't even have a follow-up question. He'd just be like, I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, because obviously he likes this idea, and all I'm going to do is argue with him about it.
Yeah.
Oh. But I mean, if they're liberal actors and all too, then it's just like Zach Galifianakis. I think, you know, his parents were professors and stuff. I think, I think his mom may have been a dance teacher, formal dance, things like that. So, even though he's Southern, you know, he's still got all of that, you know, in his blood. Because I think he's from Asheville area, right?
Somewhere up there.
Yeah. So they don't let you be in Asheville for more than a couple of hours at a time unless you're like a wacko artist type.
That's what it is. That's what happens.
Yeah, they'll run you out of town in a very dramatic fashion.
Sure, pitchforks.
Yes. Because they're acting. All right, so we got to go. We got a big Zoom meeting with radio executives and whatnot today.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Y'all aren't in on that, are you? You and Rob. Well, we'll. Huh? You are? Rob is. So, Mr. O'Riggins, how'd you get out of it?
I did. No one even told me.
Okay. All right. So, thank you for your support, listening and watching and doing whatever you do. Love you. Bye.
Serving the world. It's TJ's podcast.